So we've come back to this old church block again. So far we've unearthed about, I think it's about 28 pre-decimal coins, including 5 silver coins, ranging from 1890 right up to that threepence that we found on Sunday, was it? So we've come back here. Dad's done some clearing here and he's already pre-marked some strong targets on his detector. So we're going to work our way up from where we finished last time, progress up through the back. I believe there was a another building down the back here, so hopefully we can unearth some pre-decimal coins and maybe a couple of old relics from back in the days, from the early 1900s up to the mid 1950s. So we've got a signal here up in the high 20s, and this ends up being a looks like a latch off the window that would have been part of the old church. So we'll clean that up and have a decent look at that a bit later on, but that's what the first decent signal turned out to be. We'll keep moving on down this row now.
Put him back in the hole.
So we got it was a faint signal actually, but it took a while to isolate exactly where this target was. But we've lifted it up here, and sure enough, that is an old pre-decimal coin. I'll just check what discrimination numbers it's coming up as. She's louder now. So that's a real solid 23. That's a real solid 23. So that's coming up as a penny. So we'll see whether this is a Roo penny or an earlier one, or even a potentially Britannia penny. This could be a Britannia penny. Let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, look, that's a King George. Yeah. Is he the 5th or the 6th?
5th.
Or there's Edward the 7th and King George the 5th.
5th, yeah. If he's got the crown.
It looks like it's a pretty good nick.
Yes, this is drier ground here. Where Dad and I were unearthing the coins back in they'd probably been submerged in moisture like for, who knows, like 80, 90 years, but these ones could potentially be in better condition.
Where's the Coke?
tip a bottle of Coke on it, you reckon?
That's what they used to clean them with. Submerge them in Coke.
So yeah, King George the 5th. So that makes it one of the older ones, doesn't it?
Mm.
So that's be 20s.
No, this could be anywhere from 1911 up to the 1930 region. They're called a Commonwealth of Australia penny. They got the ring around the outside with Commonwealth of Australia written on it.
Yeah.
Remember those ones?
Yep, yeah.
And then they turned into the Roo pennies. Sometimes if you do this with a toothpick over
it kind of comes up.
Yeah, it does. And the year, if you look at where the head is, if he's that way, so the year should be perfectly right here. 1921.
Okay.
Yeah. 1921. Yep. That's 1921. So 101 years. 101 years old. That seems to be the most common. We get them from like 1916 to about 1928. That's been the predominantly most of the coins that we've got out here. with a few exceptions with the rue penny and that threepence the other day. But first coin, 1921, 101-year-old George V, Commonwealth of Australia penny. Beautiful. Dad has pre-marked this when he was doing the brush cutting here, but this is definitely our strongest signal yet. Distinct from all directions. Stable discrimination number 2021. Going up to 22. So we'll just put the video on this one, because this potentially, it's either a penny or a slight possibility of being a silver coin, because that signal is so precise and distinct. So we'll see what it is.
Hope I didn't break it.
Straight to have my uncle Kel here on the treasure hunting adventure with my dad as well. Makes it even more memorable. Let's see what we can unearth here. Okay, we'll see where it is. Whereabouts is that inside? Let's give us that detector there. We'll just have a look first. Yeah, you got it. It's out. Definitely out. See, that's a strong signal, isn't it? That's a strong signal. Oh, that's a strong signal. But that looks to be an old Commonwealth of Australia halfpenny, yeah, halfpenny, as the older generation calls them. I call them 1/2 pennies.
He won't stop calling one up.
Halfpenny. This is hay here. Look, that's a hay and that's a penny. Let's have a look to see what year. This looks like it's in pretty good condition too, on that side anyway. You want to have a guess? What guesses we see? Who's the closest?
I reckon 28.
1928. Uncle Cal's guess 1928.
18.
1918. Okay, that looks like an older King George here. So 1928, 1918. Let's go 1922. Oh, 1928. Who said 1928? Uncle Carl. Spot on. Spot on to the year.
Well,
That's in
that's very good.
quite good condition too.
Yeah, it is.
So that's a 94-year-old coin. Yep. Well done. Okay, we found a really good distinct signal here. Might even be a couple of signals. There's definitely a small, strong, spherical object right there. So we can dig there. We don't have to go too big with the plug of that one. But I could have sworn there's another signal over there later, so that's... So we try to dig it so that you can kind of lift the plug out in one go, but that's looking pretty... Look at that. Oh, What a...
There
He's showing a bit of...
I've got the sack.
He's showing a bit of... He's showing some skill.
Bugger.
Showing some skill there.
You can't dig.
See if you can isolate there. Somewhat cool.
Is it turned on?
Yep, she's a goer. Oh, heard something there. I reckon that's little shrimpins. Oh yeah, look. Look at that. Yeah, that's it.
Button, is it? No,
No, that
that's
could be a little silver coin.
a sixpence.
Yeah, that's why it's registering like that. This could be. Yes, this is a silver coin.
Have you got your camera going?
Yeah, this we have just unearthed. We're hoping to get a silver coin today, and that is definitely, that's a silver coin. That's too big to be a threepence.
Yeah.
So this is a sixpence. This is probably one of the old sixpences dating back from 1911. We'll see if that is. We'll give it a wipe, and if that doesn't work, we can squirt some water on it from here. That shirt of yours looks like it could make a good wipe there.
I was just going to comment and say that this fella's obviously not married. With all the shit he's got in his trousers.
I've actually got to teach a martial arts class later on today, and this is my new shorts. So thank you, Dad. I'm going to borrow Dad's.
You're going to tear a bit off it.
Just don't. Oh, we shouldn't show that. Mum will see, and I'll get in trouble.
Right.
Tear a bit off it. Gee, that's old, isn't it?
The shirt?
No, this coin. Oh goodness, that seems like copper. That couldn't be copper coin. See, you know that's not a
Might be a farthing.
That couldn't be a copper coin. It doesn't feel like silver, but do you feel the? That's usually only copper would do that. This is the most mysterious coin. We're in this old block from the early 1900s up to about 1950, maybe 1955 at the latest, when this was in use. And this is not a silver coin. This is. It seems to be a copper coin of this size, really old. You can't really, I can see that just up the top there, just a bare trace of writing. We'll take the exact measurement in millimeters of the diameter of it. What we've done, we just place this mysterious coin on the ground. We're gonna put the Equinox, this is the Minelab Equinox 800. (2324) signal. Still a possibility of a coin. It was jumping around a little bit erratically there. Still there.
Have we tested this one?
There's some bats in here. Oh yes, look at that.
A penny?
Look at that. Okay. Sometimes you flip them over. Oh. Wow, that's a Britannia. And that side with the date has been protected. On there, that is actually a very old penny. I gotta put my my one-armed glasses on here for this. But yeah, look at that. See that? That's a Britannia penny. Let's see if we can clear this up. You can even see there, be hard to focus, but that's the date right there, the lady. That's her arm there, sitting here. That's the date right there. Let's see. See, it says 1 penny. This is the third Britannia penny. Dad reminded me that silver coin, the threepence, would also be classified as a Britannia coin. But these, what's the date range for these ones? These were back in the mid-1800s up to about 1909. We should be able to get a date on that because this is in better condition than the other two that we discovered. I'll just give that a little bit of a wipe on my shirt. Yep, 18. This is a 19th century coin. $1898. That is our second time. Thanks, Carl. This is our second time that we've been able to discover. We'll see if we can get this to focus. See that? 1898 Britannia penny. 19th century coin right here. I'll just clean the back of it off a little bit and see if we can get any detail from the back of it. Gee, that's good, isn't it? Was those other two Britannia coins, they were 1902 and 1906, wasn't it?
Except for the circles.
Wow, that's good to find that. This was before King Edward VII and King George V and VI. This is Queen Victoria, you can see there. Oops. You can see where it says Victoria up the top there. Yeah, so yeah, Queen Victoria, Britannia penny. What year we said? 1898. So we have just not far away from that 1898 Britannia Queen Victoria penny, we've unearthed another penny, what seems to be a penny over here as well. Solid 21. And on my little homemade discrimination, that says it's an older penny from 1911 to 1936. We're going to have a guess here. We're going to see who's the closest, just for the fun of it. So in between 1911 and 1936. What do you got there, Dad?
I forget.
1918.
24.
Uncle Kel 1924. I'll go 1921. Wipe it on Dad's best shirt. I know we've actually got a rag today. Just got it out of my car. So that is 1 penny, Commonwealth of Australia, 1 penny. So the date would be right there. That looks to be 19... Is that 1919?
Sure it's not 1918.
191. Hard to see exactly, but that looks like 1919. Commonwealth of Australia, 1 penny, 1919. So, Dad, you got that one.
No, he didn't. He said 18. Switch it off so I can start.
Good. Okay, there we go. Testing out the psychic abilities here, but so we've got onto a really nice signal here. I mean, we have dug the lead heads off the old nails over there, but this one seems behaving more distinctly as a potential coin. 15, 16, 17. That potentially could be. I won't bet my life on anything, but it's potentially high possibility there'd be a silver threepence. One of the newer ones, the 50% silver ones. It's only fairly shallow, so... Oh, what is that?
Shotgun.
That is, I haven't found, this is the first time I found one of these. That looks like the end from a shotgun cartridge. That's what that looks like. That looks like the end from a shotgun cartridge, so much for the silver threepence, but that's what that one is. Yep, that's the brass end part of a 12 gauge shotgun cartridge. That's what that is. So we had sort of multiple signals simultaneously in this target area here. The first thing that is coming up, I don't know why, but this very light rock or something here, but I've never had a rock coming up on the pinpointer, but I'll put that in the bag. But down here, even more interesting, this could be an elusive silver pre-decimal coin. That's what it feels to be. That's what it looks to be at this stage. We'll clean this up and see what that is. What anybody's willing to have a guess?
Shilling. It's too small for shilling.
Is that too big for a sixpence? Yeah. Or is that do you think it could?
Oh,
it doesn't feel like a.
It's too small for halfpenny.
It doesn't feel like a halfpenny.
Could be shilling.
Let's have a look at this. This feels like this feels like a silver coin to me. So let's have a look to see what that is. Just before we wipe it, let's have a look at. Yeah. 2930. 2930. That says it's an older 1910 to 1945 shilling.
Silver, it's silver.
Yeah. So this is that's an old shilling, isn't it?
Got the gold king
Look
there.
at that. Yeah, that's 2930 is a really old Australian shilling silver coin. That silver's coming up nice too, isn't it? Look at that. That's a 92.5% silver.
It's an old one because it's so
That's
thin.
an old. Which king is that? Is that King George V, or I think in 1910 there was King Edward VII, but he was only on the coin for like 1 year, I believe, in 1910. Then he might have had an untimely death out of the blue, and then they
beheaded the bastard.
No, I don't think that's what happened. But I'll have to read up on the history, but then it was King George V from 1911.
That's George.
On. King.
Got George written there.
This is great. That we were hoping to finish
George
on a silver coin before we go home for something to eat.
It's got George written there.
Look at that.
George.
That's great. I think that silver's going to come up quite nice on that side at least. So that's the King George V shilling. Silver shilling
With the rag.
between 1911 and 1945. So that coin discrimination number was coming up perfectly to what I had on my little laminated card there. Silver, 92.5, that's a high silver.
It's got the coat of arms there.
Yeah.
Kangaroo and emu.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's going to come up nice.
The date is on that side, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. Oh, you're getting close. You can nearly see that date there now.
$1914, I think.
Yeah, a lot of these coins have been in between 1911 and 1922 has been predominantly. We've pulled out over 30 coins. This is our 6th silver coin.
1914 maybe.
1914. Yeah, I think you're right, Cal. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be 1914. Look at that, 1914. What was that one we got on the weekend, Dad? That was
It was around about the same.
19. We picked up a 1912 and a 1914, I believe. So this is a nice old 1914 silver shilling. That's a great way to finish this treasure hunt. We'll head home, and I might come back for another hour or two before I have to go to work a bit later on this afternoon. Well done, awesome. Okay, so I was going to say we had to dig to China, halfway to China there, but I'd be lying because Dad did all the hard yards there while we encouraged him, and then he finally threw this down, and you can see where that plug split open. Look at that. Whoa. What have we got there? Do you think that's another really old penny, Australian pre-decimal penny? Well, have a look at that one. Let's see what that one is. You can see some writing around the edge there. So there won't be any possible way to get a date on this really old coin. That's a King George V penny. between 1911 and 1930 something. But yeah, that's that other side where the date is. Can't see, but yeah, very old penny, that one there. But as all good treasure hunters know, you think it's going to be the last one, you start swinging the detector back to where you parked, and yeah, there's always a possibility to find another target, but you're better off sometimes just switching these detectors off and just walking to the car, aren't you? Just a quick overview of the treasure hunting haul today, just before I head off to work. We'll start with these bits. That's a latch off a door, presumably from the old church there, off the window. Yeah, that was that 12 gauge shotgun shell, the base of it. Yeah, we just always get these lead heads off the old nails. A big floor bolt there. Yeah, the coins, we got our second ever Britannia 19th century coin from that church block. That's a 1898 Queen Victoria. 1898 Queen Victoria Britannia penny. And we did get a silver coin. That's a 1914 shilling. King George the Fifth. I haven't cleaned that up with the bicarb soda or anything, but yeah, we usually have some great success bringing them up nearly perfectly to pure silver again. But this one's quite smooth, so we want to be careful not to rub that too hard to take the detail out of it. We want to keep the detail, so we might have to leave some of that black on there, but we'll get a bit more of the blackness off more of the silver. And that was a 1919 Commonwealth penny. Got a 1921 Commonwealth penny. Then we in oldest to newest, that's the 1928 halfpenny. Then we found this really old coin. This could potentially be older. We cannot get the date of that, of course, but that is, as we can see, the King George V old penny. And then we did identify this coin here from measuring it there. It's exactly very close to 20 millimeters. And we looked on the internet. Yeah, that's a farthing. They talk about the penny farthing bikes with the one big wheel and the small wheel. That's actually the farthing coin, and you can see just barely King George V silhouette there. It's an old copper coin. It's been in the ground for a long time, but that could be an early 1908 or 1915 farthing. That's the first farthing coin that we've uncovered in the treasure hunting adventures so far. So yeah, that brings us up to about 34 pre-decimal coins from that old church block. And it was great to have my dad and my uncle there today also to be part of that shared experience. And we've still got more area to search out there, but we'll sign off on this video today and look forward to continuing on in the near future.